to the replacement of
Well,
part of the
yes.
T111 to bring forward the new
Correct,
install
I apologize,
boxes,
yes.
and
So-
then Cavalier, you can close the
Right.
almost done.
Almost on the inspection, but yes, the pre-inspection report has been submitted by Farouk. So the issue is the final report is the only thing that can close down the violation. And they will not close that down until that final report is submitted.
And that can't be done until everything is
Completed.
Completed.
Correct.
But you don't have to have a painting for the hardy board in order to start that work. You don't have to have a painting until 180 days after it's been applied.
No, are you talking regarding the roof or the fade?
The roof is separate. You guys are ready to go on the roof. The board that you're waiting for the colors, which a lot of people don't agree with the colors, can be applied and fixed without it having to be painted for 180 days.
No, isn't the issue with one of the permits?
No, the permit is, they have a survey that needs to be
Right.
done.
That's for the
So-
colors.
No, for the structural work to be done, we could let the contractor talk. So what happened with the structural work is, this vote has nothing to do with it, it's not holding it up in any way. There's a survey that's needed, they have to do asbestos testing, which they did a few months back, and then they have to have a survey of the entire property to detail out where they're actually doing the work. They hired a surveying company who's going ahead and doing that, and the permit got put into permit review. So they're gonna be releasing that permit to the contractor in the next probably 30 days. So during that time, the second the roofing permits got issued, we started to get the roofing underway. We actually have it scheduled to start on the 5th of,
So Jay,
The
for
one
one,
on each phase, right?
we're starting on phases 3 and 4, because we have all the permits for those. There's several permits that are still in review with the city, and it's because they're going through and they need to speak with the permitting, the surveying company.
Jay,
We can
so
inquire about
I just want to be clear because I'm a little confused right now. The roofs are starting for phase 3 and 4 on Monday. There's two, initially we said there was one crew in each phase. Phase 1 and 2 is not having their roofs started on February 1st because of what?
No, we have phase 3.
No, I understand.
Two
phase 3 and
buildings.
4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The problem with not starting the phase 1 and 2 is because the roofs are tied in to the structural permit, to the GC permit. And I cannot do the second floor, I cannot do the roof without that permit because I have to replace all the walls and everything what's on the second floor. So I cannot do it. So that's the problem what we have. This way we're starting in a different place, what doesn't need that. So like the 3 buildings in phase 3 doesn't need that, and all the buildings in phase 4 doesn't need that. Okay? So that's the problem we have. And it was very hard to find a survey company willing to increase the price for you guys to increase
Is it
your
Rudy at the city?
And the kitchen
We can reach out to Rudy and find out. Yep.
I offered it before. I have students that are doing their master's degree in this. I offered this before. Engineering students who have to will go through every city and everything that you need. I offered it a year ago. You guys said, threw me off.
All right, any other questions in the back?
There you go.
Sorry?
It would be nice if you address what you just said.
But the engineer, why don't you, she's suggesting that students, why don't you tell Farouk what you were suggesting?
Yes, ma'am.
So, the Associate Dean of Engineering and Professor at FAU has students, in fact, they're going to Africa to build a bridge. They have done many projects by the students upheld by PEs to look at and do the surveying, do the structural stuff, do whatever you need as one of their projects. I offered it a year ago. I was blown away, blown off, right? So what do you want to say? Now you're telling me it costs all this money when I could have gotten it for you for nothing.
Well, the surveying of the properties. Anyways, guys, my name is Saeed. I'm the professional engineer and president of SND. and here, working on your behalf to get the building through with the 40-year recertification. My colleague right here is an electrical professional engineer, and he's gonna get you through with the electrical work. The board has just explained, and Mr. Lopez has explained it to you very well, the process of the, getting it approved. Anyway, so as a, if I am the professional engineer who's gonna certify the building passes the requirement of 40-year recertification, the work has to be performed under my employees, so I can keep the records and I can go through all the requirements and then I can approve. You cannot just simply pick up this guy or that guy or whoever that is and go.
Agreed, that's not the point. The point was, you would have these reports for you to go and be here. You would have the reports. They can give you this stuff, you can review them as a PE on premises.
No. We do our own. I'm not gonna get into an argument with you. Our requirement is, if we are approving any 40-year recertification repairs, it has to be inspected by our employees, and it has to be reviewed by our professional engineers, and our professional engineers has to issue the report. I am not going to take your word, whether he's a PhD or a PE tells me everything is fine, just sign this report. It doesn't work that way.
But you couldn't find a surveyor. So,
And it is my insurance, so today, she brought up a very good point. There's left and right lawsuits going on, right, to the engineers or to the contractor or whatnot. All of a sudden, one of that guy, just for the sake of explanation, a guy said this was fine. And I went ahead and signed off on it because he said it was fine. All of a sudden, something went wrong, and we have a lawsuit now. Do you really think that judge is just gonna go ahead and say, well, let me give you a break because somebody else inspected
I'm
it?
saying she just said you could not find a surveyor. If I could have found you a surveyor, then you would have looked at it,
And you
correct?
can do a background check.
Okay, so
like
these
you do for
surveyors,
Yeah.
if survey we don't perform, survey performed by a third entity, a licensed surveying company would come out there and do perform. You cannot just get not even a PE is a surveyor. A surveyor is a different entity. He does perform the survey, shows all the boundary lines and all the requirements that needs to be done. If he makes a mistake, it could become an issue down the road. So he's not gonna take information by me telling him, well, the tree was there.